Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field. But what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch him every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
They'll run it from the gun. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they got enough for the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air. It's back. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Give to the running back. And the ball slipped out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, I tell you what, those backup running backs, they don't get very many opportunities to prove themselves and deserve more carries and show the coaching staff. And when you do, and you fumble on the first carry, oof, you're not going to get many more opportunities either.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Going up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Lee. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
The give from the gun. And the ball's free in the backfield. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. Mississippi State right back to the line. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head." Yo, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
They'll ride the hot hand. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Scanning the field, it's back. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. At 20. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. That is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Etienne. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He spins that thing down the middle. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Chapin. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Looking to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Humphries. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Coming after it. Got out of trouble and throws. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. And now on second down for this offense. Going to the running game. Still on his feet at the 45. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down, and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Oh, he dropped it! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. It's a reverse. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And I like this. Put the receiver in motion. He can now attack the edge. You still got other running threats in the backfield that can take advantage of situations, but you see the numbers. You see the outside being open. Give the ball to the wide receiver. Again, all I needed was a little gain and get that first down.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Back to throw, it's Beck. He finds his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And the Dogs are on the move. Looking to go up top on first down. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. Back to the air one more time. Get it out on the screen. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there at Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Missouri. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Dropping back, it's Shapen. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
On 2nd and 10, he 4 wide out set, trips right. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Lee. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the return, it's Lovett. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Comes out throwing on first down. He'll pull it down. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Beck. They're bringing heat, extending the play. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown Bulldogs. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip.
The Bulldogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Looking to move it through the air. Complete downfield. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Nice move to keep running. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. From the gun, running back gets to give. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Looking to throw, it's back. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Georgia going up tempo. Go straight ahead. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Reads it, fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through the production.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Back to pass, it's back. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Georgia sends out the punt team. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. On the ground, it's Daniels.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to the ground game on the left. Oh, what a move. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Grab behind the line. It's Daniels. Open space at the 25. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Motion from the offense. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Those big dogs up front are controlling the game, and they have this running game by the throat.
Yeah, just absolutely dominating up front. And this...
Give him 6. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. The officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. On to attempt the try. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense line. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Got his man quickly. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Looking for room, it's Etienne. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Bell. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop, maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game, so if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Finds his man down the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Hey, that's not how you draw it up. But how about the offense and the awareness? You see the ball out, forget jumping on it. I'm going to pick that puppy up. I'm going to take it to the house. The OC, great call on that one, buddy, because it worked to perfection.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UMass has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Amherst. They're trailing by 15 to Missouri.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll leave it with him. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Mississippi State right back to the line. Dropping back, it's Chapin. Spits it out to the back. Finds his man. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lee. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Line gets set, 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The sure hands, it's Humphries.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a 1st down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the 1st down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give and tick, 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 tick. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the 1st. Looking to pass. It's back. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dogs! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants.
What a cut! Now he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Got it in the middle. It's Lee. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. It's Lee. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Catch and stride inside the 15. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's Beck. Going for the big play. Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown Bulldogs! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw, trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On 4th down, going to the air. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were. They knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So, David, to your point, just keep getting better every single week moving ahead. And this team could be in the college football playoff discussion.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been